Hello future tech leaders, I'm Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Similarly, accounting, whether we want to use the financials or not. I have not seen a single company who has disabled this because NetSuite is generally used for its financials. If you are using NetSuite, all those use accounting. AR is nothing but accounts receivable, or the sales side, AP is nothing but purchase side. In case, if you want to use deals and all those stuff, then we can enable this particular preferences. Similarly, accounting periods. We have gone through the periods as well, right? When we went to the subsidiary, we can have calendars and period defines. In case, if we want to use the accounting periods, we can enable this particular preference. But once enabled, it cannot be disabled again. Similarly, GL audit numbering. On each and every transaction, we have a GL impact, right? In case, if we want to use numbers for those GL impacts, we can check these particular checkbox and each and every GL will have a unique or specific number of its own once the transaction has been saved. Similarly, in case, if we are using advanced financials, then it also has expense allocations, revenue recognition, and all those stuff. In case, if you are using that, these preferences are shown up here. And in case, if you want to use those, we can enable or disable as required. Are you aware of what is expense allocation, dynamic allocation, revenue recognition? Are you aware of it? There are some allocations that are done. You might have different departments. For example, talk about HR. Department, right? Department is cost to your company. It's not generating any revenue as such. In that case, you would like to allocate some expenses to that particular department. And there are various parameters that are defined depending on the number of employees, depending on the number of, or depending on the area of the office. There are various, you can say, allocation methods that are used. There are two options, expense allocation, and under expense allocation, you can have static allocation or dynamic allocation. In case, if you want to use dynamic allocations, you can use that as well. But that is a part of the advanced financial module. Similarly, revenue recognition. In case if you are into softwares, there are. In case, let's talk about revenue recognition. For example, you are into software. Let's talk about AMC. Annual maintenance contract. Or you save some software that has a particular period over it, maybe, for example, 1 year. You might pay, or you can say the customer might pay you today itself. But that, for example, the AMC is for 12,000. For 1 year. For every month. The total revenue that you are generating every month is 1000 rupees. But in that case, even the customer has paid all 12,000 to you today itself. But for accounting or for financial purposes, that 12,000 is not recognized today itself. It is recognized over a period of time. What actually is, or what actually happens, is that 12,000 is parked under a deferred revenue account. And every month 1000 rupees is transferred from that deferred revenue to your actual revenue. That is known as revenue recognition. And now there is also an advanced revenue recognition module available. That is an additional module and a paid module made available by NetSuite. In case if you want to use revenue recognition, then it is required or it is used. And this is generally used in software companies. Are you with expense allocations and revenue recognition? Going ahead. Some of the stuff is still related to revenue recognition as well. Amortization. Similar on the sales side. There is amortization on the purchase side. Right? You might have paid or you might pay for the AMC for the whole year. But you will not expense all that stuff today itself. You will amortize it over a period of time or expense it over a period of time. Then in that case, we use amortization. Apart from that, I had mentioned that there is advanced revenue management module. In case if we get enabled advanced revenue management module from NetSuite, then all these features also come up with that module. Apart from that, multiple budgets. In case if we are using budgets and if we want to have multiple budgets, then we can enable this particular feature in that company time and expense. One subsidiary might work for another subsidiary and you might enter time and expense. You can say associated with that particular subsidiary. In case if you are using intercompany time and expense, you can enable this. Similarly, there are various intercompany preferences available as well. Similarly, consolidated payments. If we were trying to enable that particular feature right, consolidated or you can say multi-subsidiary customer. Until and unless consolidated payments is enabled, you cannot enable the multi-subsidiary customer as well. This consolidated payments is nothing but in case if you have parent-child relationship for a customer. Let's talk about data group. Data group might have multiple sub-customers, Tata Motors, Tata Tea and all those stuff. And there might be a case that Tata Motors pays for all their sub-customers. In case if we are using consolidated payments, then these feature can be enabled. Similarly, in transit payments, when we went through the to pay process, there was one thing called in transit. Whenever we pay a particular vendor, well, the amount or you can see the bank account doesn't directly reflect the amount in their bank account. In that case, what we do is we keep that particular payment in transit, and whenever the vendor confirms that he had received the payment, then we transfer it from in transit to the actual payment. In case if you want to use that, we can enable this particular feature. Once enabled, it cannot be disabled again. Similarly, we have the payment. You can see a feature as well. It was introduced just a couple of years back. Earlier, What it used to be is in case if you are paying any advance to the vendor, we had to first create a write check transaction and then create a credit note. But now there is a vendor prepayment. You can say a feature that has come up and that can be used if required. Similarly, there are many other features such as multiple calendar statistical accounts. In case if you are using dynamic allocation and expense allocation, these statistical accounts are required. Apart from that, whether we want to pass these installments or period and journal entries, all that can be user enabled. Similarly, advanced revenue recognition suite app is also available. In case if you want to have any approval limits on the revenue arrangements, I'll not go into the detail. What is a revenue arrangement and all that stuff, because that is a part of advanced revenue management module. But in case if you want to use that suite app, we can install that suite app once the advanced revenue management module is provisioned. Similarly, there is one more module, multi-book accounting module, which is a paid module made available by NetSuite. In case if we were using that, then there are some multi-book accounting preferences or features available. Are we till now? Any questions? And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.